welcome everybody to the next fast training video. Now for the next 5 weeks I'm gonna run a cycling series where I give you training programs that you can do both on your bike and in the gym that will correspond to that specific program that you're doing on the bike. Okay, now this training program will focus broadly on all the different aspects that you can train. So what we'll do is we'll focus on cycling endurance, we will focus on tempo riding, and we'll focus of course on power output with hills and interval training. Okay, and then with that, corresponding with that, will be the training programs that we'll do in the gym. So if we do power on the bicycle, we'll do power in the gymnasium with plyometrics. If we do endurance on the bicycle, we'll do muscle endurance in the gym. Okay, so that's for the next 5 weeks. Okay, so the first training program session that we're going to do is tempo riding. Okay, now tempo riding you normally do at the end of your pre-season, in the beginning of your competition season. Okay, you must have a nice endurance base that you've already done, and now you're getting into that. It's very important to not go from your endurance straight into interval power training. You need to get your tempo riding in order first, so that you can be able to ride for longer periods at high intensity. And that's what tempo riding is all about. Okay, so you are able to ride for higher intensities at high intensities for longer periods of time. Okay, now I normally train between 4 and 5 times a week, and my training week normally starts on a Tuesday. That's my day one, because on a Saturday and a Sunday I do my long rides. Okay, so on a Monday I rest. So this training program, this tempo training program that I'm going to show you guys today is for a Tuesday or a day one. Okay, you're rested and you can go at a high intensity, because pace tempo training it's difficult. Okay, it's not an easy thing. You're not supposed to be able to speak a lot while you're doing that. Okay, now we're also going to do this pace tempo training in zone 3. Okay, so it's a high zone, higher heart rate, percentage heart rate, so you are going to get tired. Okay, so what we're going to do is you need to go for a 10, 15, 20 minute warm-up ride in zone 2. Okay, so that you can get your muscles warm, your blood flowing, and then we're going to do 3 sets of 15-minute tempo rides. Okay, so the first one you're going to do 15 minutes in zone 3, then you're going to rest for 3 minutes. 3 minutes at the higher end of zone 1, lower end of zone 2. Then straight after that, another 15 minutes of tempo riding, zone 3, rest 3 minutes, and another 15 minutes of tempo riding. And then you can take 10 minutes or 15 minutes of a cool down again, zone 1, zone 2. Okay, now just something to take note of. This is a general training program, and you still need to determine where in your training phase you are. Okay, if you are focusing more on endurance rides, pre-season, off-season, and of course you will incorporate more endurance rides into your program. If you're close to your main event, then you will incorporate more power-based exercises. But for this 5 weeks, I'm giving you a general program that most social or even little bit of competitive cyclists can use and can incorporate into their training program. Okay, so before each exercise training program that you do on your bicycle, you need to of course do a warm-up, and that's what I'm busy with now. I'm busy with my warm-up. Now your warm-up should normally be at about the higher ends of zone 1, zone 2. Now if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say zones, it's how you measure your intensity. Okay, and for the next 5 weeks of these training programs, I am going to measure our intensity by the zones we are in. Okay, now how do you determine the zones? Now the zones are determined by your maximum heart rate, a percentage of your maximum heart rate, and I will make a specific video for that in the future. But if I'm posting a link at the description below, so you can go and check that out and you can determine your heart rates now of your zones. Okay, Okay, so I've done my warm-up now, and now I am going for my first tempo ride, which is going to be 15 minutes, and it must be in the middle or higher end of zone 3. Okay. Now the key here with tempo riding is not to start fast. Okay, you must be able to keep your tempo for the whole 10 or 15 minutes that you're doing the ride. Okay, if you're gonna level off at the end of the ride, the end of the 10 minutes, it means that you're not keeping tempo and your body is not adapting to that intensity. Okay, so very, very important. Don't start too fast. It's 15 minutes, it's a long time. So that was my first 15 minutes of tempo riding. As you can see, I am breathing quite heavily. You're not supposed to be able to talk a lot while you're doing tempo riding or just shortly afterwards. Now I'm going for a 3-minute recovery ride, which should be at about level 2, higher end of level 1, lower end of level 2, zone 1 and zone 2. So I've just finished my recovery, my 3 minutes recovery now, and I'm starting my new tempo ride now, new 15 minutes. And I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna keep the pace there in middle of zone 3 for the whole 15 minutes. Of course, it's going to get tougher and tougher because you're getting tired, your body's getting tired, but just push it and keep on going. Remember, tempo riding is going to help you to ride at a high intensity for longer periods of time, which is going to be very, very important when you're doing your competition and your races. Okay, now I've just finished my third interval, third tempo ride, and normally that will be the end of it. Now we will just go for a nice warm down cycle. But if you are more of an advanced athlete, you can do 4, 5, 6 tempo rides and even do it for longer than just 10 or 15 minutes. You can go for 20 minutes, 25 minutes if it's possible to keep that tempo in zone 3. Okay, so that's it from me. Enjoy it, go and test it out at home, and enjoy the training. Goodbye.